All right, good morning, good morning. Cyclop here on the Opinionator channel, and today we're going to review this new Fago track here, Bipolar Man Shoots Up Wendy's. Um, Interesting title, could probably be better, uh, if I'm being honest. Um, I love the icon though with Wendy's and the guns. I think it's pretty cool, but I'm gonna talk over the track. You really probably won't hear it that much. It'll be playing in the background, but I'm gonna play it and then pause and kind of talk about each segment that I enjoy of this song. So, all right, let's. So the first part, of course, the warning is great. The warning's great, right? It's very reminiscent of some early Eminem. Excuse me. Very reminiscent of early Eminem. His warning tracks were always something that was cool. So I like the warning in the beginning, and I like that you can kind of tell that you are out of breath. Like you obviously recorded the warning after the fact, or at least that's what it sounds like to me. So I think that's great to include that. You know what I mean? So again, the production of this song, the production value, I mean, what you guys did was, in my opinion, it is truly great. It is very cohesive across the board. The reasons for everything that you do in the song here just make sense. So, and also this beginning that however you wanna describe that, it's a great kind of punch in the face, right? And it wakes you up, but it's not overpowering at the same time. It's good. All right. So first of all, your voice, however you're making yourself sound that way is great. It's great because it's clear enough that I can still understand you, but it's obscure enough to just kind of again give you a pull back. Like, all right, this guy's kind of screaming, kind of not. Rapping at the same time, and your flow is on point in terms of the beat. The beat is great. Um, so you know you're rhyming great. You're rhyming on the beat. The beat again is very unique with that noise in the background. So I'm just laughing at your lyrics. I think they're hilarious. You know, give me your fries before I step on you with my thunder thighs. It's good. I get it. The pictures being painted across the board, and that's also important for the track. Like what you're trying, the images that you're trying to portray. You're doing a good job. I can see this Wendy scenario going down. I can see that happening, based on the words that you're using and how you're telling the story. I don't know who Murray is though. You shot Murray in the head with a revolver. Time to go to school before you get transferred. So I don't really understand what that means. I don't know who Murray is. Maybe it is just irrelevant, right? So that's all I'm saying about that. I just don't. It doesn't. I don't know who those things are, or what those things are. Drive-bys in my Thunderbirds, bitch. It's again a great line because you can see it. It's very it's very white trash. This whole song, when I was done, my first impression, my first response was school shooter rap. that was that was what came to my mind. Okay, now that's very harsh. It's very harsh, but um, I don't think it is at the same time. I think it's a legitimate mentality that's being portrayed in this song, right? And that's where the genius that comes from, in my opinion, to this. The change up that's coming up here is amazing. And there's the change up, but the whole first portion of the track is perfect. Okay, in terms of what it represents. Again, there's some lyrics that I don't really understand, but that's neither here nor there. But everybody should be able to understand what you're talking about. That's just a obvious critique, right? But in terms of horrorcore hip hop, horrorcore rap, that first portion of the song, beat wise, lyric wise, delivery, everything is on par with how it should be, and it sounds great. And is the content, crazy? Sure, absolutely, but that's good. That's good. It's crazy and being delivered well all at the same time. But the change up here, this is where the genius portion comes into play. Right, just completely different tone, lullaby music, nice beat still in the background though. You know what I wish you guys would have added? It was some birds chirping at this portion of the track, like, but not so evident, right? Just tiny, quiet little birds chirping. Don't overtake the track. Just don't even do it. I'm just saying. In my mind, I listen to that portion and I see this dude walking through a field with birds chirping around his head. But it's a perfect transition from what the first portion was into this. It just completes the picture of the psychotic nature of this track. And again, the school shooter rap vision in my head, it again just fits that perfectly. These people are crazy, right? I can see them out here being all rage filled, and then in the next moment, like, smelling daisies and shit. Um, yeah. This echo at the end, perfect as well. Great production. Putting that echo on the end of every day, every day, every day, every day. Um, I don't I don't want to say that I wish that last portion you had rapped on, because I think it would have taken away from the first portion if you did, or if you tried to rap in that slow, tempo there. I think it wouldn't have come out as good as it did. The fact that you're not rapping in that portion of the song, I think, makes it even that much better. To be honest, again, it's that again, for lack of better words, that school shooter vision of a crazy person, right? They're not really like they're rapping, but they can't really rap because maybe they hate white people or they hate black people, they hate hip hop, so they can't really be black or put on the image of being black, but they can rap like this and then at the same time just be a scared little kid in the middle of the field. I don't know, man, guys. I think it's a really good track. I think the lyrics. I don't give a fuck about the lyrics in terms of what's being said. Like I'm not in any way offended or any way taken back by them. Like I said, your warning in the beginning was more than enough to convince me that's just it's just is what it is, right? It's just jokes, it's just music, it's just creative expression, and I dig that 100%. So I don't give a fuck. I think the lyrics could be worse, to be honest, but that's just me. So like when I was saying that, it's also kind of dangerous because this is just me listening to this track and giving you my critique, right? Does that mean that my critique means anything? No, but in my eyes, right, good hip hop is also dangerous, right? It's it pushes boundaries of what is considered okay and what isn't okay, right? Hip hop is filled with perspectives of whatever, right? Whatever message is being portrayed. That's hip hop does a great job of portraying those messages. Um, the dangerous side of it is that certain people can take this the wrong way, can take this type of thing the wrong way, and there's really nothing you can do about that. You can't prevent people from taking your music wrong. You just can't. They're just gonna do it. And there's nothing you can do about that. You can either choose to try and appease those people or just keep making the music that you like. That's in my opinion, you should make the music that you like every single time. the music that you like is going to come through to the listener a lot more, in my opinion. In my opinion, there are artists out there who will tell you they hate certain songs, but the listeners love them. So I guess for your own sanity, recording what you like is better, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good track. I think that I think you guys did really well. I think you can, if you find this lane here for this track, if you find this lane can be repeatable, right? Meaning you can make songs in this manner again and again and again. I think that you should definitely do that, right? And I think about the level of creativity that you can put behind that without having to do too much. And I'm not saying you should work less. I'm just saying there isn't much. There isn't going to be many problems with being creative with this type of framework, right? You're setting up the stage for, creating a character. Take a look at Eminem. Take a look at Yellow Wolf. These guys who, and it ain't just the two of them. There's many rappers out there who portray multiple personalities within their music. Okay, and that is what you're kind of setting up here, right? Is you got this psychotic yelling, fucking screaming rapper, who wants to shoot up everybody, and then on the outside or on the inside or however you want to break it down, you got this perfect pronunciation, walking in the field type dude, so there's a lot of ways you can play off of that in terms of creativity, in terms of subject matter, songs, storylines, etc. Again, just my opinion on that. Yeah. I think it's good, guys. I really do. I don't think you need to be concerned. Again, this is just my opinion. I don't think you need to be concerned with the subject matter all that much. And the reason I say that is because there's hip hop is a long, long, long history of violence in all of their songs, right? It is part of hip hop without a doubt. And horrorcore, again, as an example, is this horrorcore? Probably not. It's not that graphic in any shape or form compared to some shit that's out there. So I wouldn't call it horrorcore. I wouldn't put it in the same category. But again, these are acceptable things in hip hop. So I wouldn't hold back too much. I would just be careful, right? The algorithms that listen to everything that we say, every piece of media we put out, the people who are listening and are, critiquing worse than me, or finding a reason to critique, right? They're going to find the combinations of words that you say that put you in a bad light. So you have to be very careful with how you word the things that you say, right? If you're out here saying shooting up the school, then you're probably going to have a hard time. But does saying something like that, should that be considered legitimate? I don't know. People are crazy, and can get messages from everywhere. Look at the trouble that Eminem went through in the beginning of his career, right? Even look at, again, I mentioned this in my last video about him using the word faggot. It's just people are very sensitive. So if you're gonna go this route of talking like this, right, I think that you just need to be careful. I guess that's all I'm saying. But even still, being careful doesn't mean shit. It is all about the freedom of speech, and you should be able to say whatever you want, in all honesty. But yeah, I don't know. I'm done preaching, telling you what to say, what not to say. I can't tell you that, right? Don't listen to me. Just say whatever you want to say. Just be careful about it. Be smart about it. You have to be smarter than the people who are going to hate you in order to really win, basically. Especially in this world. Especially, hip hop. But I think it's good, guys. I do. I think the production is on point. I think the sound is on point. The lyrics, again, the lyrics could be just a little bit different in terms of who's who and what's what, right? I don't know who Murray is. I don't know what happened when you went to school or what that situation was all about. but maybe that's the point. Maybe you don't want me to know, and that's okay too, right? That's and I'm not just saying me. Whoever's listening, maybe you don't want them to know what that shit means, and that's okay, as well. But it needs to be more mysterious for a reason, I guess. Anyways, it's good. Keep making music like this, in my opinion. Um, who knows? All right. I hope that this review was worth the wait. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was. How long have I been recording? 15 minutes. All right. I tried a new way of recording straight through OBS. Just recording my browser. But anyways. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll open this tab just to show you. Right. There's so many well-known, quote unquote horrorcore rappers. Again, that's not what I'm putting your music under in terms of labels, because I don't think it is that. I don't think your lyrics are that dramatic. So I think they could be, but should you go that route is up to you. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna let this go.